Do you know what a mini theory of change is? It's perfect for organizations that don't already have a full-blown logic model or theory of change, or for those who want a jumping off point. In this video, I'm going to quickly review that. And if you like this sort of content, content that'll help you become a more data-informed organization, initiative, or nonprofit, make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any upcoming videos. A theory of change is some sort of documentation that clarifies how the things you do lead to the changes you want to see. That is your outcomes. And there are a number of ways you can do this and a variety of forms a theory of change can take. One of them is a logic model. There's also pathway models, and other people have more visual forms of theory of changes to describe the work they do. A mini theory of change is something just much more simplified. I usually do this activity in workshops, and if you want to follow along or get the template, make sure to download my guide on getting meaningful data. I believe it's on page 4. The first thing you do is list your activities. Now, activities are the things you do. So you can ask yourself, what do people participate in? Or you might ask yourself, what sort of work do staff engage in? The next thing you do is for each activity, identify a key outcome. And outcomes, generally speaking, are the changes you hope to see. There are often changes in knowledge, attitude, and behavior. Sometimes you might think of the systems change levers when you're thinking about outcomes, and the systems change levers are policies, practices, resource flows, power dynamics, relationships and connections, and mental models. What you want to focus on here is short-term outcomes. So ask yourself, when somebody walks away from this activity, what change will I hope to have seen in them? I have a video all about outcomes, so if you're interested in learning more about outcomes, make sure to check that out. Generally speaking, when you're thinking about outcomes here, I want you to think about whether or not you want this change to increase or decrease. So let's say my activity is a playgroup sessions. I want people to walk away from this session having an increase in early childhood development concepts. Let me know in the comments below what outcomes you're interested in exploring. For every outcome, I want you to list what sort of data collection activities you're doing around those outcomes. Now, there are 5 very broad different types of data collection methods. You have interviews, focus groups, document analysis, observations, and surveys. If something truly is a key outcome, you should consider collecting data on it. Now that you have identified your activities, your key outcomes, and sort of run through a list of your data collection activities, it's time for you to do some reflection. Ask yourself how the data you're collecting is being used. Are you using it to make improvements, to make decisions, to understand the extent to which you are achieving outcomes, or to advocate for your work? Maybe after doing this activity, you realize that there are some outcomes where you are not collecting any data. This is an opportunity for you to ask yourself, are there chances for me to incorporate a little more data collection so that I can actually learn something about these outcomes? This is an opportunity for you to explore how you might incorporate more data collection activities into your workflow. And overall, it's an opportunity for you to consider how you might make your data collection activities more useful. Again, if you want a copy of this template, download my guide on getting meaningful data. If you found this video useful, make sure to like it and share it with your colleagues. It helps this channel out. And if you like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to check out some of the other videos I've made. For example, how to develop a theory of change and how to develop a logic model. I also have a video specifically on the Kellogg logic model, so make sure to check those out.